Good morning. This is the time and place for the zoning case hearing for January 24th, 2018. My name is Milka Toledo, and I will be conducting the hearing as hearing officer. Today, actually, we have two cases on the agenda, but I would like to make a note that the first case, case number PCUP 1706481, it's a conditional use permit, location at 1351 East Colorado Street, Suite B as in boy. That case has been withdrawn, so if there's anyone here in the audience wishing to speak on that case, again, that case has been withdrawn by the applicant. So we will move forward with one case, which would be 3720 North Verdugo Road, number 6, Montrose Massages. And that's conditional use permit PCUP 1724243. So all relevant exhibits are posted on the panels located directly behind me for this case. Speaker card. If you wish to speak, please write your name and address on one of the speaker forms which have been provided by the front door and submit it to our planning assistant. I would like to also inform everyone that the official proceedings of the planning hearing officer's hearings are recorded as part of public record. Public notice. Notification of this hearing was accomplished by the use of public notices which were mailed to property owners and tenants located within 500 feet of the subject property, physically posted on the site in question, and placed in the local newspaper. The hearing will proceed as follows. I will read the description of the application request. The case planner will make a brief overview of the case, give analysis, and make a recommendation. The applicant will be asked to come forward, stating both name and address, and will be asked to present the case within a 15-minute time limit. Others in support or in opposition to the application and interested parties will be asked to come forward again, stating both name and address within a 3-minute time limit. Lastly, the applicant will be given the opportunity to make closing comments if desired in response to testimonies given by preceding speakers within a 5-minute time limit. The hearing will be closed and the case will be taken under submission or a decision may be made. Today again we have the one case located at 3720 North Verdugo Road, number 6, Montrose Massages, conditional use permit PCUP 1724243. The applicant is Gueng Zhang, and our staff that will be presenting the case will be Eileen Babachani. The request is for an application for a conditional use permit to continue the operation of a massage establishment in a C3 commercial service zone, Height District 1, described as lots 2526, tract number 1701, subject to the standards listed in GMC 5.64 in the city of Glendale, County of Los Angeles. Under the provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.42 of the Glendale Municipal Code, a conditional use permit shall be granted if the 4 required findings are present. If the evidence presented in the application and the hearing meets the required findings, then the hearing officer can either approve or impose conditions for approval on the case in question. If the findings of fact are not evident, then the request will be denied. Before we open the case, I'd like to defer to our case planner, Eileen Babachani. She will read over the comments that were submitted by other city divisions and make a brief presentation on the case, give analysis, and make a recommendation. So, Eileen, please.
Hi, thank you, and good morning, Ms. Toledo. The applicant is requesting approval of a conditional use permit number PCUP 1724243 to allow the continued operation of a massage establishment located at 3720 North Verdugo Road, Suite number 6 in the city of Glendale. The property, as you mentioned, is located in the C3 Commercial Service Zone. Massage services is an allowed use in the C3 zone subject to the approval of a conditional use permit. The current applicant, Montrose Massage, is operating in this location since January 2015. There are no other cases or active building permits being processed with this case, and staff is recommending approval with conditions. Briefly, I'm going over the site situation. The project site is an approximately 11,400 square foot lot located at the east side of the Verdugo Road. The 400 square foot massage establishment is located in a one-story, 3,215 square foot multi-tenant commercial building. The building is occupied by various uses including personal service, retail, office, and medical office. There are 15 parking spaces available on the site with access from Verdugo Road. The properties surrounding the subject sites are developed with industrial and commercial uses. Residential uses are located at the southeast side of the site, across an alley, and no residential uses abut the site. The subject use, Montrose Massage, is one of the existing massage establishments that has recently submitted a conditional use permit application or CUP application in compliance with the Glendale Municipal Code, Title 30, Chapter 60, 030. According to the city's record, the subject tenant space was occupied by an office use in 1975. Business Registration Certificate or BRC application was submitted in January 2015 to establish a massage use at the existing location. In February 2015, Business Registration Certificate was issued for Montrose Massage to operate the subject massage establishment at the existing tenant space, with condition that all the massage therapists must be licensed by the state. The BRC expired in February 2016 and has not been renewed. In May 2017, the ownership of the massage establishment was transferred to the current applicant. The current applicant submitted a new BRC application on June 3, 2017. However, the BRC issuance is pending the decision of the conditional use permit application. A condition of approval is included to the draft condition of approval that requires the owner of the business to obtain a valid Business Registration Certificate or BRC. Also, suggested conditions made by the police department and the city's attorney office are included in the draft conditions of approval. The Glendale Police Department didn't cite major concern related to the proposed conditional use permit, and within the last calendar year, there were 2 parking complaints called for the police service at this location, not related to the tenant space. However, Neighborhood Services issued 2 citations, one in April of 2017 and one in August of 2017 for the subject tenant for violating the following code section that I'm going to mention. There are 3 code sections: Glendale Municipal Code Title 5, Chapter 64.040A, which requires massage establishments to obtain a massage establishment permit under this chapter's provisions. And also Glendale Municipal Code Title 5, Chapter 100.020A, which requires all businesses within the city of Glendale to obtain a valid business registration certificate. And the last code, which is the Glendale Municipal Code, Title 30, Chapter 60, 030M, which requires conditional use permit to be granted for all massage establishments in existence on or before March 3, 2016. Suggested conditions of approval will ensure Montrose Massage will comply with the mentioned code sections. Staff didn't receive any comments or letters from public regarding the approval of the CUP. Staff believes all of the findings for the conditional use permit can be made in a positive manner and therefore recommends approval of this entitlement. Staff suggests the planning hearing officer consider the attached draft findings and conditions of approval. I will go over the findings that staff made in the staff report very briefly. There are 4 findings. The proposed use will be consistent with the variance elements and objective of the general plan for the area. The land use element of the general plan designates the subject site as community services. Personal service land uses such as massage establishment generally offer a complementary element to surrounding uses. Massage establishment is a permitted use in the C3 commercial service zone, subject to the approval of a conditional use permit. The subject site is located in a commercial area along Verdugo Road, which is identified as a major arterial in the circulation element and is suitable for this type of use. Continued operation of the massage establishment shall be required to comply with the city's noise ordinance, and such as will be consistent with the noise element. No other elements of the general plan, including the open space, recreation, and housing elements, will be impacted as a result of this massage establishment. Therefore, the proposed use is in keeping with the variance elements and objective of general plan. Number 2, the use and its associated structure and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. The immediate vicinity of the subject site is developed with commercial uses, including personal service, restaurant, office, retail uses to the north and south, and warehouse and retail uses to the east. There are also commercial uses across Verdugo Road to the west side of the subject tenant. The 400 square foot massage establishment has been in operation at its current location since February 2015, as I mentioned. No reports has been received of any impacts from the existing massage establishment. Approval of the conditional use permit will not adversely impact nearby users nor impede the development of the surrounding properties, since the properties are already developed. No changes are proposed to the existing building or site plan, including the parking lot. The commercial building is oriented towards Verdugo Road, and as I mentioned before, no residential neighborhood abuts the subject site. There are 2 churches and a public park in close proximity to the massage establishment, and there are various private schools located in the immediate area of the site, across the Verdugo Road to the west and north side of the site. However, no private school or daycare is located within the subject commercial center, and it is not anticipated that proposed use will impact the surrounding public or private facilities negatively. Number 3, the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impede the normal development of surrounding property. No changes are proposed to the existing on-site buildings as part of the CUP application. Additional conditions will help ensure that no illegal activities are conducted at this site. And number 4, adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, and traffic circulation measures are provided for the site and the use. The use has been in operation at this current location since 2015. A total of 15 parking spaces are provided in the service parking lot and the subject property to service the subject use and other tenants. The application does not include any added floor area to the existing building or subject tenant space, so no increase in the parking requirement is being created. The existing utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures are adequate as they are already in place. And this concludes my presentation, and I'm available for the questions. Thank you.
So just again to reiterate, as it relates to comments from other city divisions, I noticed in the file the city attorney comments were the general conditions that I'm sure are
Sure, those are
included as
standard
part of the
general
conditions
yes.
regarding compliance with Chapter 5.64 and Chapter 10.5, Division 2 of the California Business and Professions Code. Full access to the premises shall be made available to all city representatives. And also neighborhood services. Eileen mentioned the 2 citations and how to address them. Number 1, regarding compliance with Chapter 5.64 040A GMC. No person shall operate or maintain a massage establishment unless the person first obtains a massage establishment permit under this chapter's provisions. And also compliance with Chapter 5.100.020A and Chapter 30.60030M, massage establishment lawfully in existence on or before March 3rd, 2016. A legal nonconforming massage establishment for which a conditional use permit has not already been granted must comply with the requirements specified in this section. And Glendale Police had comments regarding the last calendar year. You had 2 parking complaint calls and general conditions, which again you mentioned that are in the staff report as part of the recommended conditions. Building did not have any comments and no comments from traffic. So why don't we have, I have 3 speaker cards. Thank you, Eileen, for the presentation. Let's have the applicant come forward. Gwing Zhang. Please state your name and address for the record, please. And present your case. Who's Gwing Zhang? Okay, you're the applicant, so you're going to go to the microphone. This is her paper. Okay. Why don't you go to the microphone? Okay. Are you going to
Yeah,
help?
I'm the interpreter.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and she didn't request to write. I think I write for her because you want her address to mail
Okay.
the result out.
Okay, so state your name and address for the record. And what I'd like you to do this morning is describe a little bit of your project, of your massage establishment, your operation,
You wanted to read the findings?
and then you would go over the findings, correct?
Okay, so, I'm the interpreter for her. My name is Linda, and this is for the address of 3720 North Verdugo Road, number 6, and the business name is Mancho's Massage, and so you want me to start to read the findings?
Sure, go
Okay,
ahead. This is
so-
your time, so
okay.
I'm listening.
Okay, so this is for conditional use permit, the number A. The
Okay.
proposed use will be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan. And do you want me to read the detail of?
Go ahead and go over the findings.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, the proposed use will be consistent with the various elements and objectives of the general plan for the area. The applicant is seeking approval of a conditional use permit to allow the continuous operation of a massage establishment. The land use element of the Glendale general plan designated the subject site as community services. Per personal service land uses, such as massage establishment, generally offer a complementary element to surrounding uses. Massage establishment is a permitted use in the C3 commercial service zone, subject to approval of a conditional use permit. The subject site is in a commercial area along Verdugo Road, Verdugo Boulevard to north the Canada Boulevard intersection, which is identified as a major arterial in the circulation element and is suitable for this type of use. Continued operation of the massage establishment should be required to comply with the city's noise ordinance, Chapter 8.36 noise control, and as such will be consistent with the noise element. No other elements of the general plan, including the open space, recreation, and housing elements, will be impacted as a result of the massage establishment. Therefore, the proposed use is in keeping with the various elements and objectives of the general plan. And its finding B, the use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health and safety, the general welfare, or the environment. The use and its associated structures and facilities will not be detrimental to the public health or safety, the general welfare, or the environment. The facility is located on the east side of Verdugo Road. The immediate vicinity of the subject site is developed with commercial uses, including personal service, restaurant, office, and rental uses to the north and south, and warehouse and retail uses to the east. There are commercial uses across Verdugo Road to the west side of the subject tenants. The 400 square feet massage establishment has been in operation at its current location since February 11, 2015. No reports have been received of any impacts from the existing massage establishment. Approval of the conditional use permit will not adversely impact nearby uses, nor impact the development of surrounding properties, since these properties are already developed. No changes are proposed to the existing building or site plan, including the parking lot. The commercial building is oriented towards Verdugo Road, and no residential neighborhood abuts the site. The use meets the intent of the zoning ordinance of providing a personal service in the commercial neighborhood, and will continue to be beneficial and desirable for the public and the community. There are two churches and a public park in close proximity to the massage establishment, and various private institutes and schools are located in the immediate area of the site, across Verdugo Road to the west and north side of the site. However, no private school or daycare is located within the subject commercial center, and none of the above-mentioned facilities share the strip center with the existing massage establishment. Glendale Police Department did not cite major concerns related to the proposed conditional use permit, and there were two parking compliant calls for police services at the location within last calendar year. However, Neighborhood Services Division issued two citations, citation number 00588 on April the 5th, 2017, and citation number 00788 on August 23rd, 2017, for Mancho's Massage for violating GMC 5.664.6040A, GMC 5.100.020A, and GMC 30.60.030N. The use must comply with all of the provisions set forth in Chapter 5.64 of the Glendale Municipal Code Massage Establishments. Recommended conditional will be added to the approval of the conditional use permit to ensure that the massage establishment will continue to operate in a responsible manner and will comply with the above-mentioned code sections. Finding C, the use and facilities will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impact the normal development of surrounding property. The existing massage establishment will not adversely affect or conflict with adjacent uses or impact the normal development of surrounding property. No expansion of the existing building is proposed as part of the conditional use permit application. There are various types of commercial uses in the surrounding area. Approval of the conditional use permit will not adversely impact nearby uses on this commercial street, nor impact the development of surrounding properties since these properties are already developed. The massage establishment is not anticipated to draw significant traffic or create conflicts with the adjacent uses, and no substantial evidence was submitted to indicate that the facility would adversely impact the existing facilities. The existing massage establishment has been at the present location since 2015, and no evidence existing that indicates the use has been an issue. Findings D. Adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, parking spaces, and traffic circulation measures are provided for the use. Adequate public and private facilities such as utilities, landscaping, and traffic circulation measures are provided for the site and the use. The use has been in operation at its current location since 2015. A total of 15 parking spaces are provided in the surface parking lot on the property to service the subject use and other tenants. This application does not include any added floor area to the existing building or subject tenant space. So no increase in this parking requirement is being created. The existing utilities, landscaping, parking spaces, and the traffic circulation measures are adequate as they are already in space.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Has the applicant, Nguyen Zhang, reviewed the recommended conditions that are outlined in the staff report?
就是说你有没有看过，就是说他给你
And do you
提建议
agree with them?
对，我刚刚有读给你听，你说有。
Yes?
Yeah.
How long has Nguyen Zhang been operating this business?
你就是你这个店铺的生意，你开了多久？就你 3 years。
3 years. And in order to address the citations, she's in the process of obtaining a business registration certificate. But in doing so, you also need approval of this conditional use permit, and that's why you're here today,
Yes.
correct?
对，这就是我们今天为什么来这个地方。
Okay. So you agree with the conditions that are in the staff report?
就是说你同意他这个表述，
Hours of operation, everything else.
对，所有的
Okay.
关于的细节。
Okay, I don't have any further questions at this
没有
time.
其他的
Thank you.
其他的问题，谢谢你，可以做回座位，可以了。
The next speaker card I have is Ling Zhu. Ling Zhu? Okay, so that's you as well. Okay. Rick Barnes.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Planning Administrator today. Thank you, or
Sure.
Hearing Officer, and for your assistance, staff. My name is Rick Barnes. I'm a resident of Glendale. I'm also one of the property owners in this property. I've known this lady since she opened it, and like we saw today, her language differential is, I think, on one of the citations has been difficult to deal with, and my patience was not theirs to be as much help as more as making certain that anything that was not properly being dealt with at her office and her suite, I was very involved with making certain that there was nothing that would come back to be bad in the unit. I've referred a lot of clients to her and got feedback and things like that. So to me, I felt very comfortable with making certain that I was of help with the business being in place. The other thing that I did see is that she does have a business registration. I saw that because I helped her get that at the city. And I'm not sure, it sounded like you guys
I
did
believe it's not approved yet.
It was because of this
pending.
meeting here, though, right? But there was some kind of license that she received paperwork from the city, so that I was concerned about that. The parking complaints were not hers. We have a new building next door to us and 2 doors down that the people, there's no real adequate parking. So what they do is they pull into our parking space, and our tenants ask them not to park there because they park, then they walk down the street. And so our hairdresser there is really, really on top of making phone calls because she's very polite about asking. Then she gets very upset with them, and it's really been a problem. So we have signs up, we do everything we can. So I don't think that had anything to do with her. She doesn't complain. We also allow the restaurant next door to us at night to use some of the parking, and she has been extremely cooperative with those folks. My own opinion is I really do hope that from the input I'm getting from my clients and people that I refer to, they're very happy with her services and a steady group that people that continue to be patrons of her business. So I'm hoping you do approve it and would appreciate it just even as a property owner. So if you have any questions, I'm more than to answer anything for you.
Not at this time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ron Smith?
Good morning. Get the story kind of straight in a way. I want to first of all thank Rick and Marge Barnes for being so upfront with Celine, trying to keep her there because she is a good tenant. I was the original operator. I met her 3 years ago, obviously, and I got all the permits and licenses at that time that we needed. And she has a state license. She was working another place, and I thought, well, open up this. They had a vacancy. So trying to help her out. So after a year or so, I got tired of it. I says, take it. It's yours. So in the process, I know Steve Rodriguez came up with Jay, and they had some dealings with her, and she obliged with my help. We did this and did that. She was fined a couple of times, $500 each time for, I don't know what it was. And I'd like to know if there's a way that she can get her money back. I doubt it, but his license after this hearing is approved, hopefully. I'll help her get that and get her on her way where she don't have to worry about it anymore. She's trying to put her son through University of Pomona. And that's the only source of income that she has, and just trying to keep her there so she can keep going. And I appreciate, again, Rick and Marge doing what they're doing to help, and I'm there as well. So as far as all the equipment, I just gave her everything, walked away, and just trying to help her keep going and see what we could do.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you.
I do not have any other speaker cards, so if there's anyone else in the audience that wishes to speak, seeing none, I will close the public portion of the hearing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this case under submission. So after this hearing, the decision will be prepared in writing and will be in a form of a letter sent to the applicant and to all persons who responded to the public notice, either speaking at this hearing or by submitting written responses and have provided their name and mailing address. The date of the decision will be the date appearing on the letter. Appeals. Under the appeal provisions of Title 30, Chapter 30.62 of the Glendale Municipal Code, the decision may be appealed to the Planning Commission within 15 days of the date of the decision. Anyone wishing to appeal may obtain forms and brochures on the procedures from the Building and Safety Section Permit Services Center, located on the same floor of this building. So at this time, I would like to close the public hearing. It's about 10:09 in the morning on January 24th, 2018. The hearing is now officially closed, and thank you for coming.